The National Centre of Excellence welcomed one of rugby's true legends through its doors this week to add his signature to the WRU's Hall of Fame and to share his thoughts about the facilities.
Think back to the times that I was playing international rugby and out the facilities that we had and trying to compare. Well, there isn't a comparison as much as we used to be down in Aberavon and the Avon Lido in a dormitory with bunk beds and wet sand everywhere and showers that never worked, and it's a bit different, yes. But it's a world-beating facility, isn't it? It's fantastic. You know.
And how does he view the changes between the amateur game and today's professional era?
Saturday in London, after playing for London Welsh, a few beers after the game, bed early-ish, up at 5 o'clock in the morning, jump in my Mini, drive down. Well, the M4 motorway didn't even exist in those days, and he'd been down in Aberavon by 10 o'clock in the morning. 2 quick sessions, jump in the car, drive back to London, work Monday morning, 9 o'clock. So it is a bit different, isn't it? You know, amateur days, you see.
As another Six Nations campaign fast approaches, what are his recollections of taking on the old enemy?
Because I lived in London, you tended to be away from all the hype and the expectations of people in Wales, and so you're a little bit guarded from but you know, nevertheless it was always the big game of the season. You know, was it don't care who we beat as long as it's England sort of attitude, but you know, it's a bit narrow, but yeah, you know, England was the big challenge in those days, certainly, and it's always the Derby side, isn't it? And fortunately I don't think I lost too many times during that period of time. I definitely did, but not too many times. The first game of any Six Nations is vitally important, and as it falls, it's England and Twickenham, and that's the big one. It sets your season off, doesn't it? If you win the first one, then you can think, you know, to the next game, I think, and be positive. If you lose, then it puts you certainly on the back foot, and it's one of the big challenges, that one, is to play away the first game of the Six Nations tournament is always hard, and England certainly will be up for it because I think it's the 100th anniversary of Twickenham, isn't it, and things like that. So, and both sides probably had a half decent-ish sort of autumn international season, so still an unknown quantity both sides to a certain extent. So I'm looking forward to it, really am. Well, these guys now, you say it's a youngish Welsh squad, but a lot of these guys have had experience of the big games, whether they're playing for their regions or playing sort of under whatever they play these days. So I don't think the experience will harm them anyway. I think they're all, you know, sort of professional rugby players these days, whatever age they are. I think Wales will feel a very young side, and you know, maybe the inexperience of youth possibly might do us some good.
Another Welsh hero adds his name to what's fast becoming a signature hunter's heaven.
It's nice to be there amongst some of the great players that played for Wales, and you know, to be one of many. And I'm sure there'll be many more signatures on that wall as each ex-player comes along to see the facilities and add his name to the Hall of Fame, if you like.